Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday the 11th of June. So the Fed report yesterday, it really was quite a soft report in real terms. There's nothing significantly changing, and certainly it's the nothing significantly changing which was the softness there. In terms of interest rates, the projections were that they would stay where they are for a long time yet. In fact, there is concerns that there may be a second wave of the COVID pandemic, so there seems to be even more concerns sitting around there. And all in all, it didn't give the same sort of buzz following this particular meeting as we saw when the Europeans met. So I'm wondering where we've seen money running into risk, off of risk over the evening and running towards the dollar. Now, I'm looking at it this morning. I'm looking at things here, and it's things that seem to be steadying up, and I'm expecting maybe that we'll see a push, maybe continuation to the upside on some of these currencies. The key line in the sand at the moment for the likes of the euro, though, is sitting around this 60-minute 8, for example, and from an intraday point of view, if we can start breaking it back above that, yes, it may stall there at 13 sort of 90-ish area, somewhere in that region. But if we can get a shove beyond that, well, I'm looking more positive. I think the dollar is going to be finding it tough to hold on to, being the safety currency here with the outlook that was there. Moving on through, talking of safety first then, so the yen is the safety currency, is seen as the safety currency. This it sort of ran through overnight, continued to actually strengthen there through the Asian session, and it's had a little pop up this morning, hit the pivot, and is rolling over at this stage. And that if we're going to see safety, well, the yen is deemed probably as safe as any other currency at this stage, and I think that money coming into it earlier in the week was obviously quite edificated, technical term that. So maybe more downside on the yen. As I say, I look to these others for maybe a bit of a recovery. Certainly the euro there, the pound may struggle a little bit more at the moment. We're seeing signs of no, it's not really. The pound still looks like it could sort of run over here. The euro to me is the stronger of the two by far, having already had a decent retrace this morning. The pound struggling at this stage. It may manage to pull itself back up at some stage, but it really seems to me that the euro and the yen may be better candidates for the money. Looking elsewhere then, into Aussie dollar. Looking big picture here, Aussie also got a bit of a kick in there. It moved so quick after it stalled towards the highs there. It moves so quick off in quite a chunk last night, and well, it's rolled completely over here at this stage, and again it's looking like it could have some further downside here, and it's just really, yeah, okay, the dollar's going to benefit from this maybe, but there are, as I say, the currencies to watch really probably are the euro and the yen to benefit more. Side of that then, let's have a look at the Canadian dollar. The Aussie, sorry, I should just finish up there. It does look weak at where it's sitting here. It has come short of its weekly pivot, and it may just give it the chance to get down there at the moment. It certainly looks that way, like it's running off in that way at this moment. So looking then at the Canadian dollar then, get it on this time. Canadian dollar may have had a bit of benefit from oil prices, but it's certainly not at the moment, and again it's looking as a commodity currency looking weak at the moment, and that again a weekly pivot at this stage may be on set up. So sorry, yeah, so really Canadian dollar really looks really further upside there at the moment. It's certainly something I wouldn't be looking to trade. Looking elsewhere then, and looking at oil. So oil yesterday caught the bid for a while. It's come off at the moment, and may yet reset at some stage, but again I wouldn't be looking at this until later this afternoon. But it pushed on up yesterday a decent amount there. It's actually futures coming off at this stage, and best left alone for now, but post 2 o'clock I may look on the long side again if they set up, but at this stage still looking a bit soft and the wrong time for me to be trading those. So really just looking for breaks of trend lines post 2 o'clock. If it goes beforehand, I'll reset the trend line and review it, but at this stage I'll leave that alone. S&Ps, well, the S&Ps have suffered here now, and we're seeing them rolling over this morning through the Asian session here. It's already now down to its weekly pivot, and it certainly doesn't look good for the S&Ps at this stage. It's just pitching through its 4 hourly there, just pitching through that 50. There's not a lot of cheer to be had at this stage for the S&Ps. Maybe the Nasdaq's done better, but or had done better, but this is certainly looking soft. At this stage, if we found some support, it may be an opportunity later to sell into any retracements. It's, as I say, at this stage, looking soft. Retracements would be the key there. So in summary, the yen, I think, will benefit potentially the most if it continues through here this morning. It may benefit if we see a rollover, but on the upside there, I see the potential. It's just pitching through, just pre-8 o'clock, just around about 8 o'clock, just pitching up there, but just need to watch this. It's just pitched and pulled back for a moment, but if that pushes through, I'm going to be looking on the long side of the euro. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I wish you a great day. Oh, news-wise today, sorry, should have just covered in terms of where we're sitting on the news front. There's not a lot that I can remember, but let's have a quick flick there. In terms of news today, nothing of any real significance now, so it's really looking at that aftermath. We've got some PPI later on, core PPI coming out, so nothing of great significance. Wish you a great day. Bye for now.